David Fincher saw Samurai and thought to himself, man, I really like that hat. My name is Steven, and welcome to a quick strike here on Hot Strike. The Killer is David Fincher's newest film that just released on Netflix and stars Michael Fassbender as a professional assassin who also sports a very cool hat. And like all movies about crime, I was super interested. And honestly, it's one of my favorite movies of the year, but I was pissed when the movie started like this.
It's amazing how physically exhausting it can be to do nothing.
Why?
Why do we always have to have the main character narrate stuff? This is becoming my biggest complaint about movies in general. Why can't we just get a cool opening sequence where we slowly start to try and figure out the mystery behind the main character? There is narration throughout most of the film, but it's heaviest at the beginning, and it really feels like this whole sequence was shot and edited without the narration, then a dumb focus group or producer thought it was too boring and it got added in. The Killer was inspired by the classic French film Les Samouraï, directed by Jean-Pierre Melville. Fincher said so himself.
Well, Le Samouraï.
So, let's take a look at how it opens. It also starts in the main character in an empty room, but there's no narration and actually nobody even speaks until just under 10 minutes into the entire movie. We gradually start to learn who the main character is by watching his actions, not listening to his inner narration. And this is just better than getting narration mere seconds into the movie. It destroys the intrigue of the character. Yes, it tells us important things, but David Fincher is a great director and showed us all the information that we need to know about the character. He's an assassin, he's a professional, and so on and so forth. If you've watched any of my other videos, I always say I want to be shown things in movies and not told. And Fincher does that amazingly, but then cheapens all the hard work by adding narration over top of it. Oh, and then he does my second least favorite thing. Dumbass chapter markers that don't add anything. Trust me, I really do like this movie, but damn it, Fincher, you pulled off my two main complaints about movies. Can someone please just tell me what these add other than just serving as a distraction? There are better ways to convey that he is changing locations. We see him go to the airport, and each time he goes through customs, there could be a shot of his passport getting stamped. And then I think the chapter titles themselves either add nothing or cheapen what's about to happen because it sets an expectation. Lots of great directors use these, and I am not sure why. Tarantino and Wes Anderson use them pretty frequently, and of course, as a film nerd, I like most of their movies. But why? Please tell me why do this. It always takes me out of the moment, and I understand that they are used to bridge different scenes. Even some of my favorite movies like Inglourious Basterds use them. But why not just fade to black from Shoshana running away, then we hear the boots of Aldo Rain's bastards marching as we slowly just fade from scene to scene. That is pretty much how the film is edited anyway. There's just a big old title card jammed in there. For what reason? I don't know. I would love somebody to explain to me, but until Tarantino shows up knocking on my front door, I will continue to hate chapter markers in movies. Okay, my rant is over. The Killer is great, and most people don't care about narration and silly little chapter markers like I do. I understand that. It's yet another impressive film to add to Fincher's long career. It looks great, the criminal world it portrays is engaging, the character is competent, and has a good inciting incident that causes the events of the entire movie to be set in motion. The whole vibe kind of feels like Fincher's early films, like Seven, Fight Club, and Zodiac. Although Fincher has worked with multiple cinematographers over the years, he has a very consistent visual style that always comes across. It's super polished, a little dark, and extremely precise. It works perfect for a movie about an ultra-refined hitman. The story follows Fassbender as he sets out on a revenge path to kill those who wronged him, and boy does he kill a lot of people. So in this way, this movie does end up feeling more like a John Wick movie than a typical assassin movie. He isn't actually the loner he looks like. He has a significant other who is aware of his career and even supports him, which is a huge contrast from most assassin movies like Les Samouraï, whose main character does have a girlfriend, but we get the sense that he's mainly just using her as an alibi and doesn't actually care that much about her. He puts his life and job first and then everything else. And like John Wick, Fassbender's unnamed character feels invincible and is never once even threatened to be caught by the police, which I wish would have been a plot point since I kind of thought more would go wrong for him. To avoid any spoilers, let's just say there is something that he's trying to get revenge for, but his plan for revenge essentially goes off without any problems whatsoever. At the very beginning, he does mess up a job, but after that, every single thing he does goes off without a hitch. But by and large, the film is amazing. It's everything you would hope to expect in a modern Fincher film. It's so much easier to critique a good film like this because the potential is already fully realized, and anything I may have had a problem with may not show up for you. I highly recommend The Killer because it is a true return to form for David Fincher, and I give it a 7 out of 10. If you have a movie or TV show you'd like to see a video about, comment down below. Thanks for watching.